So, the US government shutdown is already causing mayhem in stock and crypto markets. Gold hits a new all-time high. The UK seized 61,000 Bitcoin from a Chinese woman and her accomplice. They ran a massive scam back in 2014, and now the UK government is trying to keep hold of the confiscated Bitcoin. And Trump-linked USD1 stablecoin is set to launch on Aptos network in just 5 days. You're watching Crypto Corner, the news edition. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner with myself, OJ, crypto analyst and investor since 2016. Yes guys, now this is my 10th year in this market, and wow, so much has happened, and things are so different. Everything has changed so much since then, but let's talk about the news. Starting today with the news about the US federal government shutdown. It's a big deal that has immediately caused cryptocurrencies to trade lower. Bitcoin, Ethereum, many of them, stirring concerns about the market's short-term future. Historical data, though, shows that previous government shutdowns have often preceded price drops. In the 2018-2019 shutdown, Bitcoin shed over 10% of its value, while a brief 2018 shutdown saw Bitcoin crash by over 15% and Ethereum by over 13%. This historical pattern suggests the shutdown could be a catalyst for a market dip, as it halts government services and raises concerns about economic data releases. But despite the initial declines, these price corrections have always been followed by significant returns. For instance, Bitcoin surged by a staggering 249% in the 6 months after the 2018-2019 shutdown, and Ethereum saw a 190% increase in 5 months following the event. And this is why everyone is shouting, buy the shutdown dip, viewing this event as a potential final low point before the next rally. And this is also my conviction. This is why I'm buying the dip. Also, in the middle of all of this uncertainty, gold reached a new all-time high of $3,875 per ounce, extending its 5-day winning streak right now. And this shutdown, which is the first in 7 years, began after the Congress failed to pass a stopgap funding package, and it threatens to delay the release of key economic indicators such as Friday's non-farm payroll report. This political instability has pushed investors towards safe haven assets, causing the dollar to drop for a third consecutive day, while the US stock futures, Dow and S&P and Nasdaq also all fell, and no surprise that gold is going up. But what I've noticed though in past performance of gold is that a lot of the times after gold hits a new all-time high and then it goes through a correction, Bitcoin follows. So not all the time, but a lot of the times we see that gold pumps first because of usually macroeconomic factors, and just could be instability like war and stuff like that. This is when we see gold really hit new all-time highs, and then after that it goes through a correction, and Bitcoin is the next asset that people start moving the funds into. So Bitcoin, I feel, is going to have a strong rally coming. And not just Bitcoin. I mean, altcoins are waiting for their day, and that day will come. I mean, remember the guy who turned a few $100s into millions of dollars with meme coin, Pepe, back in the day? Actually, many media outlets wrote about this, and I even talked about this back in the day as well. For example, the Coin Telegraph here. We talked about this article. The guy made his fortune on a meme coin, guys. So I now see a lot of similar buzz and hype with the pre-sale of Pepe meme, which is currently ongoing. Now this is a Solana-based meme. If you missed the Ethereum-based Pepe, which was the first one to come out, this is your next chance, because this one is on Solana, which is where all the action is in this cycle. So no more excuses. Take action before the window closes on this pre-sale, guys. Don't sleep on it. We all know what happens with meme coins on Solana. They go straight to the moon and make the early investors millionaires. And every meme coin, every big meme coin that was launched in this cycle was a Solana meme coin. Also, the growth of the original Pepe on Ethereum was simply explosive. You can see the chart. It's amazing what it did. Also, take a look at their Twitter account. They have more than 3 million followers on Twitter. They actually have more followers than the Ethereum-based Pepe. And also, most importantly, right now is the very early stage of entry during the pre-sale. This is the best time for entry. Pepe has a huge fan base already supporting the project, and many are already following it, as we see. So the hype is real, the hype is there, and you want to jump into a coin that has a hype. So how does the pre-sale work? Well, first of all, of course, you're going to go to the website. You can grab the link from the description below. Then, of course, you will go to buy tokens, and you will land here. You will select your wallet, whether it's MetaMask. I'm using Brave wallet as well, especially with Solana. I'm also using Phantom, which is listed here. Wallet Connect is here, so you have plenty of choice. I mean, Coinbase I don't really use anymore. Trust I use, even though I don't really use it for this kind of pre-sales and stuff. I prefer to actually do these things on my computer, and Trust Wallet is on my phone. So, but if you're doing it from your mobile, you can use Trust Wallet. Rainbow is here, Glow is here. I mean, you have quite a choice of wallets, guys. So, and you have quite a choice of different tokens. You can see here, you can pay with Bitcoin, you can pay with USD Tether, XRP, BNB, and Solana. So, I mean, the chances of having at least one of these tokens are very high. So you have options, guys. Everything is super quick and simple. And then, of course, we just wait for the 1000x. And I think, I mean, if not 1000, even 100x is going to be good enough. The more tokens you buy, the more units you will receive here. And these units will give you the right to participate in the largest airdrop. Later, they will be converting these units into tokens. And who doesn't like an airdrop, right? And this is just the beginning. Listing on tier 1 exchanges are already confirmed, so this can be ideal quick buy and sell during the FOMO of the listing. Then you can also hold for later, bigger gains, bigger pumps, it's up to you. This could really be 1000x, your chance to make life-changing money, right? And speaking of airdrops, are you in Aster? I mean, that's the hottest new token this week. All my Twitter feed is full of posts about Aster. It's now making a nice pullback. I mean, for some people, this is quite bad because, you know, people jumped in at $2 and $2.10 or something, and it's now correcting, as you can see, quite a bit. But for me, this is an opportunity to jump in back in because I was selling off. I jumped in early in Aster. If you are following me on Twitter, you probably know about it because I kept talking about it as well. I mean, when I see hype, I jump in. This is why I'm talking about Pepe meme as well. If you see hype in anything, jump in, guys, because you can use that hype to really make some profits in the short term. And the short term is all I care about when it comes to altcoins. The short term is all I care about. The only thing long term for me is Bitcoin. So when I'm talking about all of these altcoins and everything else here on this channel, you know I'm talking about the short term, the next few weeks, the next few months, and that's it. No years. There's no years of holding with me when it comes to alts. I've already learned my lesson. I've been holding Ethereum for 5-6 years. In the long term, these things don't really do as well as Bitcoin. So you want to jump in and out of altcoins, and Aster is another one that I'm only doing in and out. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to do well in the long term as well, but I will be taking profits every time I see a pump. And now that it dropped all the way to 165, guys, this is a very good entry. I personally feel that anywhere below 180 is a good entry for Aster. I'm expecting it to go to $3, $4, maybe even $5 over the next few months. So, and of course, it is supported by CZ of Binance. So this is why it's pumping so much and everyone is so hyped up about it. And I like that. I like the fact that there is a strong community, devoted community. But as I said, this is here a very good pullback. It's a very good buy opportunity. And I was filling my bags already earlier today. So I'm ready now for the rallies that are coming, and they are coming. But back to the news, because this is the news edition. Now, the story of the day is to the tune of 61,000 Bitcoin. This is the amount that the UK seized from a 47-year-old Chinese woman who has just been convicted in the UK for her role as the mastermind of a vast fraudulent cryptocurrency scheme running back in 2014 to 2017. This is the UK's largest ever Bitcoin seizure. She orchestrated a Ponzi-style investment fraud in China with over 128,000 people victims. And it was to the tune of 61,000 Bitcoin, guys, which at the time of the trial was valued at nearly $7 billion. It's right now a little bit less, 6.7 or something like that. The UK government is attempting to retain this Bitcoin, but lawyers for the Chinese victims are demanding compensation based on the Bitcoin's current market value, arguing that years of delay and the loss of life savings warrant this amount, which I support. I think this makes sense. I'm not really sure how the UK will be able to keep this money, even though, of course, the UK wants to keep $7 billion worth of seized Bitcoin, but there are victims here, and a lot of them have come forward, so we know who they are. And I personally feel that they should be compensated. I don't know, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think the UK, the government, is right in its attempts to basically hold on to the confiscated Bitcoin, or should they be paying the victims? I feel the victims have to be paid. And last but not least, later this week, the USD1 stablecoin, which is supported by Trump, is set to launch on the Aptos Layer 1 blockchain. This will be in 5 days, October the 6th. This partnership with World Liberty Financial was announced by Donald Trump some time ago. It was also announced by Donald Trump Jr., signaling USD1's intent to expand its reach beyond the BNB chain, where the majority of its $2.68 billion market capitalization is currently. And this new launch on Aptos will definitely prop up the Aptos blockchain. There are a lot of other platforms and things built, so it will expand the Aptos ecosystem. Aptos CEO Avery Ching stated that World Liberty chose the network for its efficiency, mainly because transactions cost less than 1/100th of a cent and are completed in under half a second, making it ideal for high volume, high frequency financial activity spanning retail and banking sectors. It is much cheaper than BNB chain at the moment, and this move is a strategic effort by Aptos to capture a larger share of the stablecoin market currently dominated by Ethereum and Tron. Following a successful earlier launch of USD Tether on Aptos, the addition of USD1 further positions the network to become a significant platform for on-chain stablecoin activity. So with all of that, keep an eye on Aptos as well and their native token, APT. Opening the chart of Aptos, I'm already seeing that we do have a pump. It's still a minor pump. It's nothing too big. Many of the other tokens are 2-3% up. Some main tokens are down as well. So having a 15% jump during this market right now is already indicating that this news is making waves and people are taking action. And even though the news is about a stable coin that is built on Aptos blockchain, the Aptos token is pumping by 15%. Because of course this is a volatile token. USD1 is not going to be a volatile token, so nobody is rushing to buy USD1. They're rushing to buy APT, but this is a speculation. This is buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. In 5 days when it launches on Aptos, people are expecting that Aptos will pump again and they're going to be selling. I don't really see that happening. I feel this is the pump. Right now, this is the pump, and from this point we're going to see a correction, a pullback, a consolidation, but I'm not expecting it to continue pumping for the next 6 days. Let's see, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or right. Okay, well, this is everything for today's video, guys. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. If you like this content, show your support. Leave a like and a comment below. And of course, don't forget to check the links that I dropped in the description below. This is how you support this channel. Also, make sure to be subscribed. I still see that more than 70% of viewers are actually not subscribers. And it's free, guys. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting a new video. And while you're here, just pick the next one and I'm gonna see you there.